Hi, my name is Julianna Park, and I will be presenting on my research about engineering CAR T cell to treat cancer. So, the immune system is the body's defense against infection and cancer. It is made up of billions of cells that are divided into several different types. For example, lymphocytes, a subtype of white blood cells, comprise a significant portion of the immune system. Immunotherapy is a type of treatment that utilizes the body's immune system to fight cancer. This improves the body's ability to detect and kill cancer cells because immune cells or antibodies can recognize and kill cancer cells. This is also based on the concept that immune cells or antibodies can be produced in the laboratory under controlled conditions and then given to patients to treat cancer. So several types of immunotherapy are either approved for use or are under study in chemical trials to determine their effectiveness in treating various types of cancer. But these treatment responses can last for years in a small percentage of patients. But another form of immunotherapy called CAR T cell therapy has also generated considerable excitement among researchers. So, what is CAR T cell therapy? Chimeric antigen receptor, also known as CAR, T cell therapy is a way to get immune cells called T cells, which is a type of white blood cell, to fight cancer by changing them in the lab to find and destroy cancer cells. CAR T cell therapy is also sometimes talked about as cell-based gene therapy because it involves altering the genes inside T cells to help them attack cancer. Although CAR T cell therapies are not as widely used as inhibitors, immune checkpoint inhibitors, they have shown the same ability to eradicate very advanced leukemias and lymphomas and to cancer at bay for many years. So first, the immune system recognizes foreign substances in the body by finding proteins called antigens on the surface of those cells. Then immune cells called T cells have proteins called receptors that attach to foreign antigens and help trigger other parts of the immune system to destroy the foreign substance. And the relationship between the antigens and immune receptor is like a lock and a key. So just like a lock can be only opened with the right key, each foreign antigen has a unique immune receptor that can bind onto it. Cancer cells also have antigens, but if your immune cells don't have the right receptors, they cannot attach to the antigens and help destroy the cancer cells. So in CAR T cell therapies, T cells are taken from the patient's blood and are changed in the lab by adding a gene for a receptor, and this helps the T cells attach to a specific cancer cell's antigen, and the CAR T cells are given back to the patient. And this is how the whole CAR T cell therapy is able to work. So looking into conducting trials of CAR T cell therapy, I was able to explore the implications of the CAR T cell therapy. So the initial development of CAR T cell therapies mainly focused on the most common cancer in children, which are acute lymphoblastic leukemia, which is also known as ALL. And this cancer affects the immature B lymphocytes or white blood cells in your bone marrow. And more than 80% of children are diagnosed with ALL that arises in B cells, which is the predominant type of pediatric ALL, will be cured by intensive chemotherapy, but effective treatments have been limited for patients whose cancers return or relapse after chemotherapy or stem cell transplant. So in conclusion, most patients participating in CAR T cells trials have only been followed for a relatively short time. However, data providing information about early responses to therapy is very fastly emerging. The researchers can predict the duration of these responses after trial participants have been followed over a long term, and more pediatric adult patients must be enrolled in clinical trials for better accuracy. This will help with larger study samples, which is evaluated over more extended periods. That can help researchers further understand the impact of this type of therapy and ways to reduce its toxicity and improve the management of adverse side effects for the better future. Thank you so much for listening.